It was now 2:30 and the crap game was through. As Spoon and I stood counting our loot, between finger popping and van, we had made 32 grand, and I didn't even have to shoot. We pocketed our bread and lit up some red and tipped over to shoot some pool, but we could tell by the play that they were well underway because a quick run would end the whole duel. It was the second frame of a rotation ball game. As Spoon and I stood digging the scene, they were playing 61 and Slim had just finished a run that had left the whole table clean. His opponent had lost at a hellified cost and no one else wanted to play, so I stepped up to the table and announced that I was able, and this is what Slim had to say. "Man, you think this lame challenging my game? Well, you must be out of your head, chump. Man, I'll whip you so fast you be pedaling your ass trying to make back your bread. Cost you 5 yards a point to play in this joint. You can't come in on no humble. You got to show me your cash before we clash, and then me and you can rumble. Just count off 30 grand and give it to your man. Likewise, I'll do the same. We use an extra 5 yards and tip the guards, and then we'll commence with the game." I produced my dough and showed my foe that all the money was there. He covered my stakes, then we lagged for the break, and I won it fair and square. I chose a 20-ounce cue that was just like new. As Stingy Brim racked them up, chalked up the tip, snapped the cue like a whip, and watched the balls erupt. Now the break was so loud that it hushed the crowd. They all grew quiet and still. I had sunk the one and thus begun a test of my pool room skill. I put English on the cue and sank the 2, dropped the 3 and the 4, continued my drive by banking the 5 while Spoon kept track of the score. I dropped the 6 and just for kicks sank the 7 and 8, pocketed the 9 and the 10 and chalked up again while Stingerbrin pondered his fate. I needed one more shot to win this pot while Slim was praying I'd miss, but his hell was my heaven as I sighted the 11 and I sank it on the rail shot kiss. This ended the game and silenced Slim's claim that he was the greatest at pool. I had made a clean sweep and short a wolf turned sheep after publicly blowing his cool. Slim's jaws got tight. He wanted to fight, but his partner held his hand. It would have meant his life had he drawn his knife in addition to 30 grand. With Spoon's piece to his head, he'd have definitely been dead, and there would have been nothing that he could have done. It was just lucky for him that his partner Jim had dug Spoon and drawn his gun. We collected our dough and told them to go as fast as they could flee. We paid off the guards, then went on to play cards. The time was approximately 3.